Hey guys, this is a solar storm update after the fact. Um, I stayed up all night to document this, and this might be a lengthy video and boring to some who want their news in 2 or 3 minutes. But for any researcher or anybody who wants to really see these events unfold as they happened in real time, that's why I'm making this. Good research friend of mine, Delta 2012, he let me know when the storm first started to hit. This was at about 5:09 in the morning. Is when I started documenting. You can see on the magnetosphere simulation. All the links are there on our website. Space weather, I was a little disappointed. They were kind of slow in updating the solar wind speed and the proton density, and they had the KP index set at 1. I mean, during a major geomagnetic event. I would just sort of narrate this as it goes through. I took some screen captures about every 30-35 minutes as the storm progressed. As a time reference, you can keep an eye on the clock down there, and periodically I'll okay, there's about 30 minutes later. Look at the saturation, and the absorption chart is actually down at the moment. They're not showing the area, the circle oval in the middle where the sun's shining. By this point, the compression on the magnetosphere had already dropped significantly. There's readings from GOES 11 and 13 satellites. What amazes me is I never really realized how fast those two spacecraft are traveling. That's showing their orbit around the Earth, the X in the circle. You can see there on the GOES proton flux, the proton density just continues to increase more and more. There's the current time. This is Eastern Standard Time, East Coast, United States. By the way, to get some great solar data, we've got a lot of links on our website, planetxresearch.org or planetxresearch.com. But Delta 2012 has a great site with everything you can imagine. And it is earthspacemonitor.com. Here's the next time frame. This was a shot from space weather. That sunspot AR1429, there it is right there. I'll blow it up here in a second. Beta, delta, gamma, and it is almost Earth facing. Throughout today, today on the 8th, it will be Earth facing. It has already produced 2 X flares in as many days, so let's pray that it doesn't release another X flare, because this one would be right down the barrel towards Earth. There's an update on the proton flux as the night went on. Continues to rise. absorption instruments seem to be back up. What's interesting is the storm seems to have kind of passed at the moment, but later you'll see that the absorption continues to go off the charts. This is the next time frame. I was expecting this to be a longer event, but it seems to have come and passed. I would have to say within 30-40 minutes. I stayed up to about 6:30 a.m. Here documenting, and to be honest, I was kind of disappointed. I mean, I'm glad that it didn't cause anything serious, but as a researcher, we thought we'd have a more intense show. But I think that the flare was moving so fast. I'll have to do some research to find out exactly how fast it was moving. But I think it came and hit and passed within that 30-40 minute period. You can see the absorption is continuing to rise in the especially down in the lower X-ray levels. Here's the next time frame. As you saw in the previous frame, the absorption is just saturated. Proton flux is continuing to rise. There's an update on GOES 11, GOES 13. You can see we're still getting a little bit of the after effects, but not nearly as intense as it was at 5 a.m. Here's some here's a slideshow, some pictures from the mainstream media. That's AR 1429. There's a spectacular view at the moment of the 5.4 X-flare. Check out that absorption. I don't think I've ever seen it that high. It's off the charts. There's the next time frame. That's over probably an hour period right there, hour and a half. Seems like the proton flux is still rising, even though the storm has passed. Once again, there's the absorption. Now, our magnetic field will repair itself. It'll probably take a few days for it to recover from this event, so let's hope that we that's one reason I say let's hope we don't get another one, because right now the shields are sort of, they're not down, but they're sort of weakened per se. There you can see that the proton density is finally starting to go down, and as you look on the absorption, it's starting to recover. That's the magnetic field. In a nutshell, it's healing itself. It's trying to recover. Here's our website where you can get a lot of these solar NASA links, weather links, survival, and links to some of our other research affiliates. This is a real-time simulation over the course of the night. Right there you can see that's the storm peaked. See all the compression on the upper right. Then it's going to fade away right there. And that was pretty much the extent of the solar event. As you can see, there's some periodic compression, possibly some after waves, or maybe the M-class flare that popped off preceding the X 5.4.